Hi, everyone. This is just a preliminary welcome. We're still checking a few
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm Ken Kitts, president of the University of North Alabama, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees and the faculty and staff of UNA, I welcome you to our spring commencement ceremony honoring post-baccalaureate degree graduates of the College of Arts, Sciences, and Engineering and the College of Education and Human Sciences. Please rise as we bow our heads for a moment of silence and give thanks for our many blessings this year and for these special graduates here this afternoon. Thank you. Please remain standing for the national anthem. Please be seated. This ceremony represents a very special time for each graduate and his or her family and friends. To maintain the dignity of this distinctive occasion and out of respect for all of our graduates, we ask that you please silence cell phones and remain seated until the ceremony is ended so that each graduate's name can be heard when announced. Commencement is a celebration of academic attainment, and to bring greetings to you from the academic community of the University of North Alabama, it is my pleasure to introduce you to our Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Ross Alexander.
Thank you, President Kitts, and thank you for everything you do for UNA and our fine students. Congratulations, graduates. Welcome and thank you for your participation here today. The faculty, staff, and I commend and applaud your accomplishment. This commencement ceremony celebrating graduate students is a relatively new tradition at UNA. It is also an appropriate one since graduate enrollment at the university is growing rapidly. Graduate students now comprise roughly 30% of the entire UNA student body. In fact, UNA's distinction as the fastest growing university in Alabama is firmly attributed to our growth in graduate education. This emphasis on graduate education exemplifies UNA's evolution, maturation, and positive trajectory. The prioritization of innovative, flexible, and workforce-focused master's, specialist, and now doctoral degrees empower graduates to further advance their careers, distinguish themselves in the marketplace, increase their earning potential, and, as employers can attest, outperform graduates from much larger universities. In addition, and impressively, most of you earned your respective graduate degrees while working full-time, balancing myriad professional and personal obligations. The Master of Business Administration, Master of Science in Nursing, MS in Criminal Justice, Master of Social Work, MA in Clinical Mental Health Counseling, MS Sport Recreation Management, MA in History, and Master of Education are but a few examples of UNA's strong, robust, and growing portfolio of graduate degree programs. With 3 programs, the Executive Doctor of Business Administration, the PhD in Exercise Science and Health Promotion, and the Doctor of Nursing Practice, UNA is now a doctoral granting institution. A fourth, the Doctor of Social Work, will launch next year. As you can plainly see, graduate education at UNA will remain a top priority. In closing, good luck to each and every one of you as you utilize your new graduate degree from the University of North Alabama to accelerate your careers. Congratulations, thank you, and roar Lions.
Thank you very much, Provost Alexander. I want to introduce now several people who are celebrating this special occasion with you and ask that these individuals stand when their names are called. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. On stage with me are Dr. Laura Williams, Assistant Vice Provost for Academic Affairs and Assistant Dean of Graduate and Online Education, Mr. Bishop Alexander, Director of Alumni Relations, Dr. Sarah Lynn Baird, Dean of the College of Arts, Sciences, and Engineering, Dr. Katie Kinney, Dean of the College of Education and Human Sciences, Dr. Ron Patterson, Vice President for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, Dr. Eric Mackey, our guest speaker who will be more formally introduced in a few moments, Dr. Ross Alexander, Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, and Dr. Jessica Stovall, our Faculty Senate President. Please join me in welcoming the stage party. Also joining us on stage are several members of our faculty from the two colleges whose students are graduating today. Please join me in thanking these faculty members for participating in these ceremonies. Thank you, colleagues. Thank you. And finally, I'd like to recognize and thank Dr. Joseph Gray, the UNA Studio Jazz Band, and student vocalist Asia Shabazz for providing the wonderful music for these ceremonies. Please help me thank them. And now to our guest speaker. We are most honored to have with us today our state's top official in the field of K-12 education. Dr. Eric Mackey began his professional career as a high school and middle school science teacher before rising to the position of principal and then as the superintendent of the Jacksonville, Alabama City School System. In 2011, he began serving as executive director of the School Superintendents of Alabama, and he held that position until 2018 when he was named Alabama State Superintendent of Education. Dr. Mackey's focus for Alabama's K-12 students includes several initiatives aimed at reading proficiency, promotion of STEM programs, career technical education, and workforce development. Since being named state superintendent, Alabama's high school graduation and career readiness rates have increased, and enrollment has risen in career technical courses among high school students. And the state is now ranked first in the South Central region for workforce development at the secondary level. This ties well to our own brand identity here at UNA as Alabama's workforce development university, as we continue to expand curricular offerings into new academic programs that meet the career interest of high school graduates in today's marketplace. In addition to his duties as state superintendent, Dr. Mackey serves in a number of leadership and membership positions on a large number of organizations, a few of which are mentioned on his bio on page 39 of your commencement program. We very much appreciate him taking time from his busy schedule to be with us this afternoon and speak to you as graduates. Please join me in giving a warm University of North Alabama welcome to Dr. Eric Mackey.
Well, thank you, President Kitts, for that warm introduction. I assure you the honor is all mine to be here with these graduates, soon-to-be graduates, and their families on this very night. And I do want to first say a deep appreciation to President Kitts and the trustees of UNA, the faculty and staff of the University of North Alabama for the invitation. I do consider it quite an honor. I have spent a lifetime, I feel like, in education. I've certainly spent a career in education. But as I look back, since I began first grade, I have been in a school somewhere doing something for pretty much my whole life. Many of you feel the same way. And very soon, tonight, you're going to get a second degree as a graduate school graduate of UNA. Normally, I speak to two different kinds of groups. Teachers, and I know there's some teachers in the audience tonight who are getting their master's and EDS degrees, doctoral degree. But I also speak to a lot of young people, students, fourth graders. I love to talk to fourth graders. It's a little different to talk to you. And tonight, of course, we have graduates not only from the College of Education and Human Sciences, but across the university, people who are getting their graduate degrees. And I realize that all of you are going back to school for a second degree, and so I do want to share a few insights personally because I greatly appreciate what you've done in committing yourself to better yourself, to build better opportunities for yourself and your family as we move into graduate studies. And from this point, some of you will be going on probably seeking another graduate degree later this year or later in your career. But all of you are in a place where you're looking back and you're looking forward. Soon you'll be able to take a deep breath, but probably that deep breath won't last for long because you'll be jumping right back into work, into family, into all the things that call you into your daily cares. But tonight is your night to think about where you've come and where you're going. I tell you a little bit about my story. I have been in education my whole life. I started out teaching high school science, taught physics and chemistry over in the east part of the state. I enjoyed that, became a school principal, became a local superintendent, and one of the greatest honors of my life is certainly serving as Alabama's state superintendent of education, where I get to visit opportunities like this, but as I said earlier, mostly I get to visit those K-12 schools. But I also know that I am where I am today because a lot of people have invested in my life. People, my parents, people like my teachers, people like my professors, these faculty who sit behind us up here, people that I knew well, some that I did not know so well at all, but they took time to do something for me, to invest something in my life, just as faculty, staff, family members, and friends have invested in all of you sitting here. But more importantly, I want to remind you that you have a responsibility to invest in the lives of others. We all have that responsibility. I want you to take away tonight two questions, because I, as a person who has earned 4 college degrees, remember not one person who spoke at any one of those ceremonies. And you are not likely to remember me either. But I do hope you take away these two questions and think about them if you ponder them only for this weekend. What will you take and what will you give from this point forward in your life? What will you take and what will you give? To me, there are two guiding questions that are very important in my personal life, because I think all of us has an obligation to take something from life and enjoy life, but we also have an obligation to give back in life. So if you'll bear with me for a few moments about what will you take. Now, some of you, that's already in your mind got you wondering, what is this guy talking about? You're not surprised about my second question, what will you give to others? But my first question, what will you take from life, has some of you wondering a little bit where I'm going. But life is great to be lived. And life in academia is even better. As our provost has been up here to speak already today, I'm a little jealous of him. To be a provost and live in this academic life every day would be grand, but I bet there's also some challenges that come with that job. There are challenges of running an institution. There are challenges of making sure that you have the credits and that you have the professors and that you have the classrooms and the opportunities to study, but he's another person, whether you've met him or not in person, who's investing in your life. What will you take from life? Now, you've all been in college, so you've probably studied Henry David Thoreau, one of my favorite writers and thinkers. And we all know the story about how he left civilization and moved not really too far away, a couple of miles, to live on Walden Pond. But I'm going to read you again what you probably read in high school that he said. When he went to live in Walden, he said, "I went to the woods to live because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life and to see if I could learn what it had to teach and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. I did not wish to live what was not a life. Living is so dear. Nor did I wish to practice resignation unless it was quite necessary." And of course, that last and most famous line, "I wanted to live deep and suck all the marrow out of life." Now that sounds a little disgusting. But those of you who do some cooking know that that marrow is actually really good, what seasons our food many times. And in the South, we know that if you eat collard greens, the marrow of that ham hock is really what gives the greens that good, deep taste. I wanted to live deep and suck the very marrow out of life. And that's what I mean by what will you take from life. Most of you are middle of a career. You have the opportunity now to take even more out of life, because as you step across this threshold, you will have opportunities tomorrow because of this degree that you did not have yesterday. You'll get pay raises. You'll get promotions. Some of you are seeking new jobs. Some of you are already moving into jobs that have been promised to you because of this degree. Some of you in education, I know, but will automatically get pay raises because of the degree, because we value your going back to school. But I hope that you will take something out of life, and that from this point forward you will choose to live deep and suck the very marrow out of life. I personally, each day, try to take something from life. I make it a habit to commit myself each day to find at least one way to improve myself, my physical health, my mental health, and my spiritual health. I work on those three every single day, something to make myself better each and every day. What will you do to make yourself better each day from this day forward? Tonight, remember, is not the dropping of the finish flag. It is the start flag for the next step. But not only will you take something from life, and I hope you take a lot, but you do have the obligation to give back. Those of you who've heard me as maybe teachers speak before know that I always say, and so I'm going to share it with our non-teachers tonight too, we have a motto at the State Department of Education. It's every child, every chance, every day. I know you're not children. Some of you have children. But I say that because we believe it is our moral obligation. I say that to my staff all the time. Not their job, not what they're paid for. It is our moral obligation as educators to make sure that we give children opportunities, and that we do that for every child, every day. Every child gets every chance, every day. Some days are easier than others, and in my world, some children are easier than others too. But it doesn't matter. It's every child, every chance, every day. If I have a moral obligation to give back, you have a moral obligation to give back too, no matter which college you're graduating from, no matter your degree, no matter your job. We have an obligation to give back to our society. Each of you has a set of skills, and each of you has honed those skills in college and in work. And from this day forward, what will you give back? Now, I told you it's my personal practice to take something from life every day, to take time to make myself a better person every day. It's also my belief that every day I have to find a way to give back. Personally involved, deeply involved in the Montgomery Rotary Club. Through my Rotary Club, we give back. I'm deeply involved in my particular congregation, my local church. No matter what your faith is, you have a place there where you can give back. It may be that you'll coach Little League, coach your own children or someone else's children, that you'll volunteer at the YMCA, that you'll volunteer through work, or you'll volunteer in your neighborhood, or you will go and help your neighbor with their garden. It matters not what it is. Every day, find an opportunity to give back that'll make you and me better people, but it'll make our world a better world. What will you give and what will you take? I'm going to end with another writing that is one of my favorites. You come from a lot of backgrounds, you do a lot of things, you have a lot of faith journeys, but one of my personal faith leaders that I like to read a lot is a man named John Wesley, who lived a long time ago. And John Wesley had this saying. Some of you have heard it before, but I'm about to read it again. Some of you may not have heard it. I have this taped inside my desk drawer, and every time I open my drawer and take out a paper clip or a pen, I see these words. And I leave you this afternoon with these words: do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as ever you can. What will you take and what will you give? And may God bless you in every step you take from this day forward, and congratulations on attaining your degree. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mackey. We truly appreciate you being with us today, and thank you for those wonderful remarks. It is my pleasure to again introduce the UNA Jazz Band and vocalist Asia Shabazz for a musical selection.
While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land of free. Let us all be grateful for our land so fair. Let us raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans, where we flow. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans, where we flow. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
Please be seated. Wow, how about one more round of applause for Ms. Shabazz? University of North Alabama has one faculty member retiring at the end of the 2023 spring semester who is being honored at this commencement program. Ms. Lisa V. Darnell. Ms. Darnell will be presented with a certificate of meritorious service that reads, Member of the faculty, professor, scholar, and friend, greetings, congratulations, and cordial good wishes from your friends and professional associates, the faculty, staff, students, and alumni of the University of North Alabama. We cite you for signal honor on the occasion of your retirement from active duty after long and meritorious service to the university. With this citation, you are appointed by the President of the University to the status of Professor Emeritus, with all rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. Professor Darnell, please come forward. Professor Darnell, Assistant Professor of Speech Communication, served the university for 30 years, from 1993 to 2023. We thank Ms. Darnell for her dedicated service to the University of North Alabama and its students. This commencement ceremony marks an historic moment at the University of North Alabama as we award the very first doctoral degree in our 193-year history as an institution of higher learning. As a student in a rigorous PhD program, Dr. Kyle Reason has conducted original research, demonstrated mastery of his discipline, and gained valuable teaching experience. Attainment of this degree is a testament to his persistence, dedication, and intellectual achievement. I am pleased to welcome Dr. Reason to the Academy as a peer and colleague. The university is honored to grant this student the PhD in Exercise Science and Health Promotion. Congratulations.
Would Dr. Katie Kinney, Dean of the College of Education and Human Sciences, please come forward?
As you are able, would the candidate for a doctoral degree in the College of Education and Human Sciences please stand and remain standing? President Kitts, on behalf of the graduate faculty and the graduate council, it is with great pleasure that I present this candidate to you for the conferral of his doctoral degree.
Through the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees for the University of North Alabama, I now bestow upon you the degree of PhD in Exercise Science and Health Promotion. Would the marshals please conduct the graduate to the stage?
Dr. Kyle William Reason. Dr. Reason will be hooded by his mentor and dissertation committee chair, Dr. Lauren Killen.
The deans will now present candidates for the conferral of their respective post-baccalaureate degrees. Dr. Kinney.
As you are able, would candidates for master's and education specialist degrees in the College of Education and Human Sciences please stand and remain standing? President Kitts, on behalf of the graduate faculty and the graduate council, it is with great pleasure that I present these candidates to you for the conferral of their post-baccalaureate degrees.
Through the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees for the University of North Alabama, I now bestow upon each of you your respective post-baccalaureate degree. Congratulations. Please be seated. Would Dr. Sarah Lynn Baird, Dean of the College of Arts, Sciences, and Engineering, please come forward?
As you are able, would candidates for master's degrees in the College of Arts, Sciences, and Engineering please stand and remain standing? President Kitts, on behalf of the graduate faculty and the graduate council, it is with great pleasure that I present these candidates to you for the conferral of their master's degrees.
Through the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees for the University of North Alabama, I now bestow upon each of you your respective master's degree. Congratulations. Graduates, many of you may have earned your bachelor's degrees from UNA, but others of you are now new graduates of this institution. In either regard, you all are now alumni of the University of North Alabama, and our Director of Alumni Relations, Bishop Alexander, will now come to the podium to extend greetings.
Thank you, President Kitts. Before I begin, please join me in another round of applause for our graduates. To our administration, our distinguished guest speaker, Dr. Mackey, alumni, friends, and global community joining us via live stream from around the world. It's an honor and a privilege to celebrate this momentous occasion with you. On behalf of the Office of Alumni Relations and our UNA National Alumni Association Board of 70,000 graduates, congratulations, class of 2023. Graduating from college is a major accomplishment that requires dedication, perseverance, hard work, and we are so thrilled to celebrate this milestone with you tonight. As your Director of Alumni Relations, I want to take a moment to remind our graduates of the importance of staying connected to your alma mater. By maintaining a connection to UNA, you will have access to a national and global network of fellow alumni, resources to further your career, and opportunities to give back in the best way that is meaningful to you. As you embark on the next chapter of your life, always remember that your time invested at the University of North Alabama has prepared you well for the challenges and opportunities ahead. You have acquired the knowledge and skills, developed critical thinking and problem-solving abilities, and cultivated the relationships with faculty, staff, and extended networks that will serve you well in your personal and professional endeavors. Moreover, as alumni, you are now part of an alumni association of 70,000 graduates who are making a difference in the world every day. Whether it is through your leadership, service, innovation, or creativity, you have the power to shape the future and inspire others to do the same. The Office of Alumni Relations is here to assist you in your post-graduation journey. We offer a wide range of alumni volunteer opportunities from our campus partners designed to help you stay connected to your alma mater in the best way that is meaningful to you. Whether it's through your local alumni club or alumni affinity group, networking events, or simply sharing your UNA story with a future prospect, you have the opportunity to make sure that we can also secure the future of the University of North Alabama together. As you move forward in your professional careers and personal lives, always remember that UNA will always be here to support you. You are now part of a historic legacy of successful graduates who have gone on to make significant contributions in their fields and communities. We have no doubt that you will continue this proud tradition and make us proud. Once again, on behalf of 70,000 UNA graduates around the world, congratulations on your remarkable achievement and welcome to our global alumni community. We are proud of you, we believe in you, and we can't wait to see what you accomplish next. Stay connected, stay in touch, stay proud to be a UNA graduate. Roll Lions.
Graduates, all the preliminaries are now over, and at this time we would like to invite you to the stage to be recognized for the hard work that brings you here this afternoon. Will the marshals please begin conducting the candidates to the platform?
Dr. Andrea Hunt. Dr. Hunt will have her diploma cover presented by her husband, Dr. Butler Kane, Professor of Communication, Assistant Vice Provost for International Affairs, and Director of Global Learning. Dylan Mashburn. Madeline Elise Bailey. Bailey Ann Covington. Taylor Ray Casals. Abigail Hope Cantrell. Lillian Oakley. Sarah Marie Wallace. Stacy Michelle Kelly. Lindsay K. Goodwin. Ashley Moore. Jason Jones. Zenep Ayeshla Harkness. James Ridgway. Aaron Partain. Ryan Brown. Caitlin Danielle Cornelius. Jennifer Odom Nichols. Adam Guy McCombs. Lainey Del Peebles. Shauna Nicole Hartford. Laura Stevenson King. Catherine Morgan Graves. Santricia Lene Norris. Bailey Elizabeth Sims. Morgan Nicole Ebert. Chastity Dawn Whitmore. Mary Kayla Barnett. Teresa K. Pace Gibson. Rachel Elizabeth Hodnett. Melanie Brown. Kiana Nicole Knight. Corey Benjamin Blankenship. Jaleesa Brianna James. Katoria Dawn Grissom. Sonia Rodana Kroon. Heather Marie Shepard. Shristi Gupta. Chelsea Nicole Harper. John Evan Crowell. Jacqueline Suzanne Baker. Brianna Tucker. Melissa Ann Knowlton. Jager Austin Barnes. Natalie Ann Abrams. Samuel Galeen Taylor. Bashair Munshi. Hyunji Erin Yan. Quentin Burnett Terrell. Catherine Helen Wiseman. Grace Mary Gail Lensing. Charlotte Victoria Kellett. Linda Ann Wheeler. Brittany Shanice Tanner. Isabella Ritter Ratzloff. Laura Suzanne Steigerwalt. Maya Hodge. Sierra Callistra Butler. Devin McAllister. Micah Endless Drew Beddingfield. Corson Forrest Swan. Jonathan Chase Fowler. Julie Rebecca Lane. Leanne Catherine Friels. Jordan Leah Coram. Lisa Shawn Dollar. Megan Coddington Baldelli Boggs. Lauren Abigail Siegfried. Cameron Ray Turner. Meredith Nicholson. Andrew James Vang. Brittany Wilson. Mallory Che Deason. Hayden Thomas Bryant. Jacqueline Farr. Matthew Glenn Taylor. Melissa Ann Pearson. Christina Maria Beard. Brittany Marie Yarbrough. June Elizabeth Burer. Lori Ann Scherer. Lauren Kate Whaley. Angela Hawkins. Jenna Dula. Tarina Cheyenne Ziegler. Atakar Rahman. Lindsay Renee Pike. Laura Elizabeth Wood. Aaron Ryan Scoggin. Bethany Lane Turner. Ebony Faith Jones. Caitlin Virginia Galloway. Ashley Shanice Springer. Ryan Patrick Alcano. Eli James Cazzola. Adrian Renee Flores Garcia. Deasia Lachey Chandler. Marissa Lynette Thompson. Lila Danielle Hilliard. Walter Logan Pouncey. Stephen Christopher Straits. William Samuel Matthews. Taylor Daniel Davis. Andrew Lindsay. Terry Underwood. Sarah Patrice Smith. Brooke Lyles. Ashley Ann Elliott. Ashton Grace Hill. Yoon Shik Kim. Musei Apollon. Mary Caitlin Hupel. Madeline Washington. Hunter Perry Carlton. Mindy Vandiver Arnett. Brianna Monet McCurdy. Rachel Gunther Payne. Hannah Cassidy Page Edwards. Amy Rebecca Holt. Janessa Jill Johnson. Andrea Denise Meyer. Rochelle Marie Putnam. Timothy Bryson Brown. Julie Creel Stephens. John Matthew Green. Allison Elizabeth Pearson. Leslie Turner. Cooper Davis Johnson. China Charnay Troop. Dixie Gray Norwood. Marissa Quine Boglin. Brianna Jamise Tucker.
These are happy days. Please join me in giving these graduates a well-deserved round of applause. Graduates, they're standing up for you. Stand up and thank them for their support. Everyone be seated for just another moment, please. Graduates, truly we commend you for your hard work, personal sacrifices, and the perseverance that have led you to the platform this afternoon. We're proud of you, as are your families and friends. And as you leave this university to make your mark in the world, I have but one request as president of UNA, and that is take UNA with you wherever you go and greet those fellow alumni with a hearty roar lions, and know that we send our very best to you. I would like to thank Dr. Ross Alexander, Dr. Ron Patterson, Dr. Sarah Lynn Baird, Dr. Katie Kinney, Mr. Bishop Alexander, and Professor Patrick Shrimshock for their assistance with today's program. And we thank each of you in the audience for joining us to celebrate these graduates. At this time, would everyone please rise for the playing of the alma mater?
All right, everybody may be seated. Thank you so much. We want to just tell you how much we appreciate you being a part of this special celebration.